Good morning, everyone. This is your English class, and today we'll revise our next chapter, that is the All American Slur. So, let's understand this. So, I will let you know the summary of this chapter, not line by line, right? So, in this chapter, two families were there. One was of a Chinese family, and second was of American family. So, two families were there: Chinese family and American family. So, Chinese family came in America to settle up there, and once that Chinese family was called by that American family for dinner. But problem was that that Chinese family did not know the American table manners. So this thing created the problem. So when they were invited, they were offered the celery. Celery is a raw vegetable, but Chinese never ate celery. So when they got the celery, they were quite surprised. So what they did, they start taking out the peel of that celery, and that peeling gave a sound, a zipping sound. And that time their silence was there, a pin drop silence was there, and everyone was looking at them. So they were felt quite embraced there, because in American table manner they eat them, means they eat the celery directly, not just peeling out, right? So by this they were embraced a lot. Secondly, this is a celery, you know, that in the picture. Second problem was that when they came near the buffet, buffet is like a dinner in which like we have to help ourselves. Like no one comes there to offer us anything. We have to go there and we have to take food, and we have to go in the drawing room. Then we have to sit and eat. But what they did, they came near the buffet. They bring they brought their chair near the buffet, and they waited for like someone will come here and will give them the food. So everyone was surprised why they have brought the chair near the dinner table. Then the host told them, it is a buffet. In this, we have to serve ourselves. So by this, they have to be embraced there, right? Secondly, next day when Author, Author was a friend of that American family girl. So when the author met to that girl, and while going towards school, she felt that my friend will comment on me, but it did not happen. Even her friend appreciated her and her family. So they did not complain regarding like you don't know about the American table manner. You should know. They did not complain regarding this. And after a few days, that Chinese family also invited the American family. So the same problem was there. That American family did not know the Chinese table manners. So problem was that when Mr. Gleason's like trying to eat the pea with the help of chopstick, but he could not pick that chopstick. Means like could not pick the pea with the help of chopstick, and finally he picked out that pea with his fingers. So in the last, when dinner was ended, usually it happens in America, they eat the sweet dessert. But the Chinese family did not bring the sweet dessert. Instead of this, she bring the fruits, and everyone like the American family was surprised. Like we should eat the sweet dessert. but we are gonna eat the fruits. But her friend Meg had different idea. She said to her like Chinese friend, I want to have something, I want to have a walk. So they went there, and there they ate the uh, milkshake. And that time, like she was drinking that milk with a slurping sound, sloop, sloop, sloop. And then the author asked from her, do you eat like in this way? Then she says that yes, all the Americans slurp. So this is the entire story about this chapter, right? You can see in the picture. So let's understand the questions of this chapter. All the Americans slurp. Firstly, let's understand the difficult words of this chapter. Disgraced ourselves means brought shame on ourselves, यानी कि शर्मिंदा होना. Next, celery, a vegetable with a edible stalk. एक ऐसी vegetable जिसको खाया जा सकता हो. Immigrated means went to live permanently in a foreign country. यानी foreign country में permanently रहने के लिए जाना. Disinfect, clean means साफ करना. Relish, a dipping sauce made of vegetables, vinegar and spices. यानी कि sauce को बोलते हैं relish. Followed suit, followed someone's example, did the same thing. यानी कि किसी की तरह same करना. Recipe, method of preparing a dish. Revolting, disgusting. बेहुदा, बेकार. Jingy taste, sharp taste like a taste of a lemon. यानी कि लेमन की तरह का टेस्ट. Dead silence, complete silence. Next, lavishly, generously, उदारता से, बड़े प्यार से. Buffet, buffet a meal consisting of many dishes from which guests help themselves. यानी कि एक ऐसा मील जिसमें बहुत सारी डिशेज हों और उसमें गेस्ट अपनी हेल्प खुद करते हैं, यानी खुद खाना लेता है. Beat a retreat, withdraw quickly, पीछे हटना. Mortified, highly embarrassed, बहुत ज्यादा शर्मिंदगी महसूस करना. Spectacle, unusual event that attracts attention, एक ऐसा इवेंट जो लोग के अटेंशन को अट्रैक्ट करता है, तमाशा हम बोल सकते हैं. Slurp, drink something with a loud sucking noise, राइट, यानी कि नकिंग सकिंग नॉइज के साथ कुछ ड्रिंक करना. नाउ फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, चूज राइट ऑप्शंस टू कंप्लीट these sentences. So dear students, I suggest that you should read the chapter first, then you should learn the question answer, okay, because in your final examination your internals will come. So choose the right options to complete these sentences. The question is not written here, so question I tell you from the book. So question you can read also from your book. The one thing that the narrator and her family found difficult in early days was, what was that thing that was difficult in the early days? That was, four options are there in that is American table manners. Second question, narrator's family did not dip their celery into the sour cream because the reason is that they did not like the dairy products. That's why they did not dip. Next, we can tell that narrator and her family were not used to a buffet meal because the narrator and his family were not used to for buffet dinner. Why? Reason is that they took chairs to the table. It appears because they took chairs to the table. That's why it appears that they are not familiar with the like buffet. Fourth question, at the Chinese dinner, the narrator were shocked when she saw. So answer that Meg's plate with food from both the dishes. right? Next, answer this question. Why did narrator and her brother keep looking at their parents? So why the narrator and her brother were looking towards their parents? So answer we have written here. The narrator and her brother kept looking at their parents so that they could follow what they did and not embarrass themselves. They wanted to follow to each other. That's why they were looking towards each other. Question number two, why was there dead silence in the room? So why was there dead silence in the room? So answer is there. There was dead silence in the room because the Lin family had started peeling off the strings of the celery, and none of other guests were familiar with this practice. Because dead silence was that they started the peeling of the strings of the celery, and no one was aware regarding this. So that's why there were dead silence. Why was the narrator horrified by Miss Gleason? Mr. Gleason, sorry. So answer is that narrator was horrified by Mr. Gleason because he was unable to use the chopstick to grab hold of the piece on his plate and so restored to use his finger to eat. Narrator was horrified because Mr. Gleason was not unable to pick that pea with his chopstick. That's why the Mr. Gleason's that he took that pea with his fingers and ate it. Next part, think and answer. The narrator has related a story of clashing dinner cultures. What method does she employ to do this? Has she been successful? So we know that like she has used a method to comparing the dinner cultures. So which method has she used? Let's understand the answer. The narrator compares the dining culture that she followed back in China to dining culture of America. Comparison between two cultures gives the readers insight into the traditions of two different cultures. Yes, she has been successful. Yeah, comparing method she used, and by this reader has come to know that what are the difference between these two methods. Question number two, in spite of the culture differences, the two girls remained good friends. Why do you think this is so? These two girls were very good friends because like we can understand that difference was there despite it they were good friend. Why? What's the reason regarding this? So answer we can write here. Despite the culture differences, the two girls remain friends, probably because they realize that differences are only superficial. Superficial means like बाहरी तौर पर यानी कि अंदरूनी तौर पर ना होना. So both the girls knew that these differences are on superficial level, not like internal level. That's why they were good friends. Question number three. Do you always slurp when you eat a milkshake? I asked before I could stop myself. Why do you think the narrator used the expression eat a milkshake instead of using drink a milkshake? So question is that we have to tell why eat word was used instead of drink word. So answer we can write here. The narrator's use of this term probably shows that the same word is used in Chinese for eating and drinking. So I think in Chinese language, eating and drinking means like each word is used for eating and drinking. That's why each word was used there. Next, discuss in class. What do you think would have happened if the two girls had made fun of each other's families after these good to get together? What is the lesson in this for all of us? So dear students, we have to tell here if there is a fighting between two girls because of their different cultures. So what would happen with their families? So answer we can write here: if the two girls had made fun of each other's families, they would have been angry and embraced, and their friendship would have ended. The lesson that we learn is that we should respect the cultures of others and help them adjust to their new surroundings without making fun of them. So we have to understand here, dear students, we should not make fun of others' culture. We should give them chance to adjust uh, to new surroundings. And if we do this and by this, our relation will be spoiled. Right? This is all about this chapter. Now let's read the next poem, Deep in a Refrigerator. Deep in a Refrigerator. Let's read this poem. So let's start. Deep in a refrigerator, there is a special place for food that's been around a while. We keep it just in case that's probably too old to eat. My mother likes to say, but I don't think it's old enough for me to throw away. So this author says that there is a deep space in the refrigerator, and my mother usually keeps the old items there, which are not good to eat, but my mother does not throw those items. When they are old enough, then she throw them, right? यानी कि author कहता है कि रेफ्रिजरेटर में एक ऐसा प्लेस होता है जहां पर बचा हुआ पुराना फूड रखा जाता है, ऐसा फूड जो खाने के लायक नहीं होता परंतु वो फेंकने के लायक भी नहीं होता, यानी कि इतना भी पुराना नहीं होता कि उसको फेंक दो। उत्तर कहता है कि ऐसा मेरी मदर मुझे कहती। नेक्स्ट लाइन, it stays there for a month or more to ripen in the cold, and soon we notice fuzzy clumps of multicolored mold. The clumps are larger every day. We notice this as well, but mostly what we notice is a certain special smell. The author says that for a month and more than for a month, that food item is kept there for ripen in the cold. And then they notice that a fuzzy clumps comes on that, and despite it, they don't throw that item. But when a bad smell starts coming, then they notice that now they should throw them. यानी कि वो लगभग उस फूड को 1 महीना या उससे ज्यादा रखते हैं, जब उस पे एक माउल्ड आने लगती है, मल्टी कलर माउल्ड सी आने लगती है, यानी कुछ केमिकल सा उस पे जमने लगता है। वो हर हर उस केमिकल को नोटिस करते हैं और फिर उसके बाद वे बहुत ही बुरी सी स्मेल नोटिस करते हैं जो आने लगती है उसके ऊपर। नेक्स्ट स्टेंजा, when finally it all becomes a nasty mess of slime, my mother takes it out and says apparently it's time she dumps it in the garbage can. Thought not without regret. Then fills the space with other food that is not ancient yet. So author says that when that like a smell start coming and that is very bad condition, then my mother thinks that now it's right time to throw this food in the garbage can. Then she throws that she dumps it in the garbage can and fill it with some other food items, right? सो उत्तर कहते हैं कि जब तक उस पे एक बहुत ही नास्टी मैस नहीं आ जाता, एक उस पे एक बहुत ही टच करने में बेकार लगने वाला केमिकल नहीं आ जाता, तब तक उसे नहीं फेंकते हैं। और फिर उसके बाद वो सोचते हैं कि अब इस पे चीज आ गई है, नेस्टी मैस ऑफ स्लाइम आ गया है, इसको हमें फेंक देना चाहिए। और उसको गार्बेज में उसकी मदर फेंक देती है। उसके बाद फिर उसको दोबारा उस पार्ट को, उस रेफ्रिजरेटर के पार्ट को दोबारा किसी ओल्ड फूड से भर देती है, राइट? So this is all about this poem. Now let's understand the question answer of this poem. Slime, first word, difficult word, slime, a sticky liquid substance that is unpleasant to touch. एक sticky liquid substance होता है किसी भी, जैसे कोई चीज रख देते हैं, जैसे सेब रख दिया हमने बहुत दिन के लिए, उस एप्पल पर एक इस तरह का स्टिकी सा लिक्विड सा सब्सटेंस आ जाएगा जो टच करने में बहुत ही अनप्लेजेंट लगता है, बेकार लगता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड स्लाइम. Answer these questions. First question, does the poet's family eat the food that has been in the refrigerator for a while? Give reasons for your answer. So answer we have written, no, the poet's family does not eat the food that has been in the refrigerator for a while, as it is too old to eat, but it's also not old enough to throw away. So in this we have told that author family does not eat that food which is left in the refrigerator, but even though they don't throw it. Second question, how long does the food remain in the refrigerator? We have to tell the duration which food is kept there in the refrigerator. So answer we have written here, the food remains in the refrigerator till it turns into a nasty mess of slime and begins to stink. उस फूड को तब तक रखा जाता है जब तक उसमें से गंदी सी स्मेल आना शुरू ना हो जाए, तब तक उस फूड को वहां पे रखा जाता है. Question number 3, what happens to the food in the refrigerator after a month? After a month, what happens with that food? So answer we have written here, over time the food develops fuzzy clumps over it, and after a month it turns into a nasty mess of slime, and that gives out a foul smell. So first start coming after a month, and after that a foul smell starts coming. Question number 4, when does the poet's mother decide that it is time to get rid of it? So answer we have written, when the food start giving a foul smell, the poet's mother decide that it is finally time to throw it away. So when that food start giving the bad smell, then poet's mother thinks that now I think I should throw it away. Question number 5, what does she do after dumping it in the garbage? The poet's mother replaced the stale food and food with the food that is not so old yet, and the cycle goes on. So in this way, like as old food becomes quite smell giving thing, then she throws it away. After that, she puts something else, something another food which is not old enough to throw, then she puts it in deep in the refrigerator. Next question, why is the poem called Deep in Our Refrigerator? The poem is named so because the poet's mother stored the stale food deep in the fridge until it rots completely. So that's why its name is given. Question number 2, why do you think mother is reluctant to throw the food away? Means why the mother was not interested to throw away the food? So answer we have written, the poet's mother is reluctant to throw the food as it is not so old and it could still be eaten, because she thinks that it's not so old and still it can be eaten. So that's why she does not throw the food. Discuss in the class, is it healthy to leave food in the refrigerator for a month or more? Why and why not? So answer we need to write here, no, it's not healthy to store food in the refrigerator for even a week, let alone an entire month. The stale food can give us digestive problems and make us sick. So we have to write the answer, we should not keep the food in the refrigerator for more than a week, and forget about the entire month, because stale food can give us digestive problem and make us sick. Last question, when reading the poem, you will notice that alternate lines rhythms. Can you pick out the pairs of the rhyming words? So rhyming words you have to pick out, like place, case, say, away, cold, mold, right? Well, smell, slime, time, regret, yet. So these are the rhyming words, right? So dear friends, Now you have to read this poem by yourself. You have to have to understand the entire this poem, and before this you need to read the chapter, because internal question will come. So if you read the chapter and poem by yourself, then you will be able to write the answer, otherwise not. Along with this, you need to learn the question answer too, right?